Get ready for action, because the Chicago Cubs pitcher Matthew Boyd is facing a major hurdle after undergoing surgery to repair a partial meniscus tear in his left knee sustained while playing with his kids. Cubs manager Craig Counsell has set expectations, anticipating that Boyd will miss about 6 weeks as he focuses on a full recovery. And we dive into everything you need to know about this significant injury and what it means for the team's future.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALAN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the ongoing roster moves surrounding the Chicago Cubs as they battle the Cincinnati Reds in a 4-game series. We reveal the exciting news that the Cubs are re-signing righty Vince Velasquez to a minor league contract, bringing back a familiar face to the bullpen, and we discuss the context behind these key personnel decisions. We turn our attention to the pitching matchup as the Chicago Cubs and Cincinnati Reds prepare for a critical showdown. We break down the recent performance of Shota Imanaga against the Reds and examine the trajectory of Rhett Lowder, the Reds' top pick, as they head into this intense series. Finally, we analyze the incredible momentum the Chicago Cubs are carrying, looking at their historic winning streaks and how they are positioning themselves against the Reds. Don't miss this deep dive into the game preview, the team statistics, and what this series means for the National League Central standings. Stay with us for the full breakdown. Chicago Cubs pitcher Matthew Boyd has undergone surgery on his left knee to repair a partial meniscus tear sustained while playing with his children. The injury sidelined the left-hander, and Cubs manager Craig Counsell anticipates Boyd will miss approximately 6 weeks. Counsell noted that while the surgery is for a minor meniscus issue, the focus will be on the time lost throwing, emphasizing the importance of managing recovery speed. Boyd, 35, suffered the knee injury on Wednesday and has been placed on the injured list alongside starters Cade Horton, Justin Steele, and Jordan Wicks. Horton is out for the season due to an elbow issue, while Steele is not expected to return until the second half of the season. Counsell is currently evaluating options for Boyd's scheduled start on Friday against the Texas Rangers, with potential rotation options including Javier Assad and Ben Brown. Counsell stressed the need to manage the pitching rotation, stating, "We're just trying to think about the innings puzzle moving forward here. We just have to make sure we're covered there." In other team news, the Cubs made roster moves, recalling reliever Trent Thornton from AAA Iowa on Wednesday and executing another bullpen swap on Thursday, recalling Gavin Hollowell and designating Corbin Martin for assignment. Martin had struggled in recent outings, allowing 3 runs in the 9th inning of a game where the Cubs lost a 4-2 lead before securing a walk-off win against the Reds. Conversely, Thornton pitched a scoreless 10th inning to pick up the win in his debut with the Cubs. The Cubs are currently closing out a 4-game series against the Reds, with Shota Imanaga facing Rhett Lowder. Chicago Cubs pitcher Matthew Boyd has undergone surgery to repair a partial meniscus tear in his left knee, an injury he sustained while playing with his children. The surgery is expected to sideline Boyd for approximately 6 weeks, according to Cubs manager Craig Counsell. Counsell stated, "It's kind of the minor meniscus surgery, so we know he's going to miss a month, 6 weeks. Probably closer to 6 weeks with getting it ramped back up. That's what we're hopeful for. Obviously, we'll see how it all goes, and I think the important thing is how much time do we miss throwing. That's probably the biggest thing right here." Boyd, 35, injured his knee on Wednesday and is now on the injured list alongside starters Cade Horton, Justin Steele, and Jordan Wicks. Horton is out for the season due to an elbow issue, while Steele is not expected to return until the second half of the season. The team is currently grappling with filling Boyd's starting role for the upcoming game against the Texas Rangers, with potential options including Javier Assad and Ben Brown. Counsell emphasized the team's focus on managing the pitching rotation puzzle moving forward. In other personnel moves, the Cubs recalled reliever Trent Thornton from AAA Iowa on Wednesday and made bullpen adjustments Thursday, recalling Gavin Hollowell and designating Corbin Martin for assignment. Martin had struggled, allowing 3 runs in the 9th inning during a recent loss. The Cubs concluded a 4-game series against the Reds on Thursday, with Shota Imanaga facing Rhett Lowder in the final matchup. The Chicago Cubs are currently in hot form, enjoying 6 consecutive wins and maintaining a strong 25-12 record, placing them in first place in the National League Central. The team is aggressively pursuing a sweep of the Cincinnati Reds in a 4-game series, holding a significant 5-game lead over their rivals and a 3.5-game division lead in the NL Central. In related roster news, the Cubs have recently re-signed former player Vince Velasquez to a minor league contract. This move comes after Velasquez was designated for assignment following his single appearance in MLB this season. According to reports, the Cubs brought Velasquez up for a long relief role, where he pitched 2 1/3 scoreless frames in a blowout loss to the Los Angeles Dodgers. The decision to re-sign Velasquez was reportedly to secure a fresh arm for the bullpen, as the team designated reliever Yaxel Rios for assignment shortly after. Velasquez, a 33-year-old right-handed pitcher, had previously signed an off-season minor league deal with the Cubs, but was defawed after his MLB debut. He last pitched with the Pittsburgh Pirates in 2023. Velasquez has accumulated a career record of 38-51, with a lifetime ERA of 4.86 over 766 innings. His return to the Cubs bullpen could see him pitch again to eat up innings if required. The Cubs' recent success and strategic roster moves are fueling anticipation as they continue their push for dominance in the National League Central. Noi Dung Kai Tight. The Chicago Cubs face the Cincinnati Reds in a matchup preview set for Thursday, May 7th, at 1:20 CT. The analysis highlights the Cubs' remarkable winning streaks and recent performance trends. The team has secured 8 consecutive wins, a streak that places them in a historic context, as their opponents have maintained winning records heading into each contest. This achievement marks the Cubs' 60th winning streak of at least 8 games since 1901, with only one previous instance of such a streak involving opponents above .500. Furthermore, the Cubs are on a 14-game winning streak at home, which would make it their second longest such streak since 1901. Their overall performance in the last 21 games stands at 18-3, representing their best record in that span since 2016. In terms of the head-to-head, this marks the 83rd series between the Cubs and Reds at Wrigley Field since 1994, the inaugural season of the Central Division. While the Cubs have swept 4 games in a single series in 2018, the current series represents another instance where they have won the first 3 games. Looking at key player performances, Shota Imanaga has shown outstanding numbers this season, particularly regarding long balls, having allowed only 3 home runs in 41.1 innings. His performance against the Reds last year was solid, featuring a 3.18 ERA across 2 starts. The Reds' Rhett Lowder has also been a factor, making his MLB debut in 2024 and throwing 5 shutout innings against the Cubs in September 2024. However, Lowder's recent form has been inconsistent, including a late-game exit last Saturday. The analysis suggests the Cubs' patient hitting approach may be an advantage in this contest. The game is scheduled to be broadcast on Marquee Sports Network and MLB Network outside the local market territories. Fans interested in detailed pre-game discussions can access various live and archived threads on MLB.com.